Hey guys.
Hi.
We're just gonna. Thought it would be fun. Take a little break from Spooktober, stop playing all that fucked up. Yeah, okay, we're not doing this. We know what happens in this game. We couldn't find anyone to trick into playing it, so now I'm doing it.
I actually don't know what happens. Oh. Okay.
You have a vague idea, which is more than recommended. Also, hey Divine, hey Michael, how you doing?
I know that this is actually a horror game, but I have zero idea what happens. I just know it gets scary and creepy.
Right.
That's all I know. I don't know what actually happens, so I think I'm probably the best person to play this. Hey dude, I don't know. They thought they were fucking tricking with that content warning.
I mean, it's better to. I'd say it's better to ruin the surprise a little rather than, like, risk a lawsuit or something. I don't know if we'd ever get that far, but let me just turn the TV down a little bit.
It's very cute, I gotta say.
I mean, yeah, it sure fucking is. There we go. So fun fact, the dude who mainly programmed this game was also one of the main programmers on Project M, the very famous Smash Brothers mod. He's a man of many talents. And, settings. Here we go. Oh, text speed. Turn that down a little bit. Alright, who's ready?
I'm ready. I honestly don't know, but like what happens. I just know it's a horror game.
Also, what a great aesthetic having the quiet-ass music on top of not suitable for the easily disturbed warning.
Yep.
I mean, I would probably throw that on a regular dating sim as like a joke.
Oh no.
Hey, Mayhaps, how you doing?
Hey.
Do you want to do the voice?
Hey.
See an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms, like she's totally oblivious to any attention I draw to herself. This sounds really realistic already.
Me.
That girl Sarah, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see making today, but kind of works out because you know each other so long. We used to walk to school together. As I was spreading around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. She can chase after me on this, and most feel better off running away. However, I decided idle in front of the cross, so I'm gonna Sarah catch up to me. You know that the queen of dating sims had to show her face for a stream like this? Of course.
Oh yeah. I overslept again, but you caught me this time.
Maybe, only as I decided to wait and stop for you.
Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Pixel.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
Yeah, whatever you say. Across the street together, make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets can increasingly speckle with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Pixel, have you decided on a club to join yet?
Yeah, the fuck off club. The club? Now blow me in the bushes.
Holy
You just
shit.
immediately like... I told you, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you'd join a club this year.
I lied. I'm pretty sure it's possible I did, although one of our conversations where I just loosely go along with whatever she's going on about. She likes to worry too much about me, even though I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average. I'll spend my free time on games and anime.
Bab, is this you?
It might be. It might be. Fuck school clubs, by the way. I don't like being in school for normal school. I wasn't gonna stay for an extra 4 hours every day. Fuck that.
Uh-huh.
Just made me think of the Game Grumps house party playthrough now and going, blowjob now! Oh god, my penis.
I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
A NEET is someone who sits around at home and, like, has absolutely no intentions of getting a job or going to school or anything.
Oh. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. Not in education, employment, or trade. Oh, it stands for something? Oh, shit. Okay, thanks, Divine. I'll look at a few clubs that makes you happy.
The
No
average
promises,
4chan user?
Bad oof!
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, fine.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised you let myself relent her. I guess seeing her worry so much makes me want to ease mine. Want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she doesn't exaggerate everything inside of her head. This is a lively class. As I pack my things, start blank at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Fat oof, more like fat truth. Hey, Dusk.
Dusk. I almost said Divine. Jesus Christ.
Wrong D. clubs. Oh, I accidentally turned the volume up. There we go, sorry. There we go. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello.
Sayori. I've been working on my own game today. It's inspiring me to... it's inspiring to look at a really well-made visual novel like this.
Oh, that's good, Mayhaps.
I mean, dude, like, this is... Is it safe to say this is the most well-known visual novel? Like, at least in America?
Yeah.
I'm sure in Japan there's some huge visual novel franchise like I've never fucking heard of.
I love the Arcana. It's got a soft spot in my heart.
Yeah, look around, I'm the only one left in the classroom. Somehow. Didn't notice that a minute ago.
Yo, what kind of game?
Phoenix Wright?
Wright?
Yeah,
Never heard of that one. I've at least heard of this one. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait out for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
Know what?
well, you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah!
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who promised to propose the club, she inherited the title Vice President. Dusk has a Discord video for you.
Oh, nice.
So we're gonna take a quick pause here. It just says hamster. Was there supposed to be sound?
No.
Oh no, there is. It's just really quiet.
Hamster.
Alright.
It's like a bulging.
Come to my club if you're bored, just finger blast.
Holy shit.
I looked up visual novel, first picture on Google Images of Doki Doki, so I guess you could say it's popular.
Hamster.
Hamster.
Love it.
That said, mentions in literature is guaranteed to be less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you even care so much anyway?
Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I'd bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sarah's really that much of an airhead or she's so cunning to have planned all this out. Oh, long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, alright?
Yay! Let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake.
I feel like this is your inner dialogue for living life.
Relatable.
I just feel like this main person, is just you, 100%.
I dejectedly follow Sarah across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year class activities. Very full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here. I told you.
Oh. Don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Okay, so how are we divvying up these voices?
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Oh, don't. Okay.
Sayori says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy?
Oh, fuck me. Are you just gonna do everyone except me?
Yeah. Way to kill the atmosphere.
I also looked up visual novel. Yep. And your fucked up Google search history gave you that pony game again? Okay. No, we're not playing the JoJo dating sim. No.
Wait, what?
We're not playing that. No.
We are.
No, we're not.
I'll play it without you. Fuck you. Pixel, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club, it's full of incredibly cute girls, and also that one in the middle.
Oof. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Of course, you found a Joseph screenshot.
Yes.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
Shane's just like, fuck you, I'm a voice actor.
That's right.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Or a midget. She's the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Oh, shit.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears to be comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like these fucking two. Natsuki is actually best girl, though.
Honestly, I was about to say, I'm already, a little bit more towards Natsuki.
Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
You could put it that way.
That's right. Great to see you again, Pixel.
We do know each other. Well, we barely talked. We were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Time to jump out the window. You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Pixel. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Well then, how about I make some tea as well?
You too. The girls had a few desks arranged for our table. As Sarah mentioned, it's been wide, so there's one space next to Monica and one next to Sayori. Says Natsuki and Yuri walk out of the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, you ready?
They're all pretty complex characters, finding the interactions with Natsuki being the most genuine. She's not pulling her Tsundere shtick. Seems like she's a person I want to be friends with in real life. Oh yeah, I see that.
Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts a foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, a little piece of chocolate to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. You know, just hurry and take one.
She does have the one tiny fang in the corner of her mouth thing going on. I have to give her extra points for that at least.
Yeah.
So here goes on first, then Monica, I follow. Fun fact, there is a sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but fun fact, there is a disproportionately large part of the internet that unironically wants Monica in Smash Brothers.
I mean, that'd be kind of funny. It's delicious.
Maybe once you get past it, it's not like I like you or anything, Baka. Yeah, exactly. That's always the first obstacle. Sari talks a mouthful and Ari's managed to get icing on her face. I turn Keg around my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glance in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite of it? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Oh, sorry. This is really good. That's what I heard.
But why are you thanking me? It's not like
How much can we discuss spoiler things here? Let's wait until we hit the thing.
I have no idea. I just know this is a horror game. I have no idea what happens.
Let's wait until we hit the thing, and then we'll get a little more into it, because then it's like really obvious. Hey, Shannon Jameson, might want to play this muted because of your paranoia. Thank you. Must have an unsolicited experience. Yeah, pretty much. What the hell is this?
Which bunny? Oh my god, I love it.
Have I heard this somewhere before?
Made them for you or anything?
Technically you did. There is that.
Well, maybe. But not for, you big dummy.
Alright, fuck. Just trying to eat a cupcake. God damn.
No, Shannon must have unspoiled experience, hee hee. I just know it's a horror game, I have zero idea what happens.
Yuri turns to the table carrying a tea set. I was about to say something about Monica, I was like, hold up. Yeah, no, this turns into like Doom in like 10 minutes.
Oh well.
She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission.
That's not what I asked.
After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
Sure.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. It's not.
Figure Shannon will like, of course. Shannon likes anything with magic and small animals. Except for Sonic, ironically.
Yeah, I love her.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
In terms of real life and in-game, obligation. I was afraid of this question. Some tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. The Doom guy came bursting through the wall with a small dog holding a shotgun on his shoulder and murdered a Kako demon. Yeah, Jason, that's exactly what happens. Maybe the literature club should read some literature. Why don't we start with the Slayer's Testament? Wait, what's that screaming coming from outside?
Oh.
I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed to happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club as fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You probably could have been a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. Feels nothing but arguing about budget, publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a really great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement.
I have a guard chomp on my desk now, by the way. That's awesome.
Decent.
This game gets super dark. Just watch 10 minutes from now. Yuri will be like, I saw Nasuki vent in Adventure. Hello?
Oh, that's funny. I was ready to start more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Sayori, fucking sus.
Sus.
You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes schools' events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we'll really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. There's different girls interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Yeah, that's why we were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Pixel, what kind of things do you like to read?
Oh, you mean besides porno? Considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Relatable.
Yeah, this person's just you.
Manga. Oh, no, that's not true. I don't read manga.
Yeah.
Don't have anything against it. I just typically don't. I'm gonna reply myself, half joking. Natsuki said something perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet instead.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, I can change. What am I saying? I spoke without even thinking. I'm just seeing her sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
She traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me.
Oh, great. She's a Lord of the Rings kid.
Listen, fuck you.
I just watched anime recently. Which one?
And telling a good story in a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yo, is it just anime portrayal, or all Japanese high schools this intensive club, this and club that? I most remember from high school playing my friends at Hearthstone in study hall. First of all, same. Second, not to stereotype or anything, but I would imagine it would have something to do with the whole, Japanese, like, work ethic, work hard, fucking go a million miles an hour and then die kind of thing. Because it's like, you want to get into a good school, so you have to join all the extracurriculars and shit. Because they tell us the same thing, you know, here in America, obviously, but, like, no one in American school really cares, I don't think.
Yeah.
It was called...
After the Rain.
Or...
If you want to get shoved into a locker or something. I love edited Garfield comics.
Is this Garfield minus Garfield?
Why don't you go outside? The fresh air will do you good. Maybe John's right.
Okay. Garfield's good.
Oof.
She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious but where eyes lit up when she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. It's amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at the minimal level. Honestly, this is more reminiscent of my experience with clubs in college more so in high school, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Because in anime, there's no average Joe characters. Everyone's either Studious Steven or Delinquent who stabbed 3 people by homeroom.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Or they're so average that makes them the main character.
What's up, Desk? Yeah!
We're not playing the JoJo dating sim!
We are, and we're gonna get Daddy Joseph, and that's the end of it. There's no argument.
I think the game ends with, like, straight up hentai.
Good!
No!
We could just block it for them. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal
I thought
horror
Josuke was implied to be gay. Everyone who's nicknamed JoJo was implied to be gay. Have you seen this show?
Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Clubs in college felt much more like the club members were responsible for club activities.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just the nature of, like, you're all adults versus being kids in middle or high school. You know?
I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well,
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea?
That's true. Every main JoJo is to shoo a thirsty one in the first episode. Or if you're fucking Josuke, like, threaten to physically assault them. The only one who's even possibly straight is Jonathan. Yeah, and even then, that's only because he's from, like, the 18th century, and any gay thoughts he has make him want to kill himself.
You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Gay hadn't been invented yet.
Oof.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
I guess I do sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes way more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself.
I mean, that's true.
You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them the deepest reaches of your heart.
And that's why pen names exist, in case you show them some freaky shit and you just skip town.
Do you have any writing experience, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
Thank you, Dusk. She'll read it eventually, Janice. You can't just ignore this and have it go away.
Yes,
I'm gonna
thank
try.
you, Joe Starstruck. I will make sure to download that.
No! Do not poison this computer.
It's not poisoning.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment. I look up and say, Suicide Pact?
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Eh. They look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other.
Thank you for the follow, Red Shadow Star. We appreciate you, friend.
Thank you for the follow.
I actually did really like one writing class I did in college because the teacher was really chill. A good teacher will help a lot. I unironically really did like English class.
Yeah, I have to reread that, sorry.
Oh.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Pixel?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. But there's still one problem.
What's that?
Oh, hey, Missile, how you doing?
Hey!
Everybody wrote the time you joined the club, Blaine come forward with some the entire time. I never said I would join. I showed up for the free pastries. Sarah may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any real decision. I have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. You can join us in anticipating the thing.
Right.
Yeah, keep referring to it as the thing. We all know what we're talking about, but Shannon...
I have no idea.
Shannon knows this gets fucked up, but I thought you knew, like, everything.
Oh, no, I just know it gets fucked. I don't know what happens.
All four girls sit back with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought...
I like how they all just shrink in sadness.
Pixel!
John Carpenter's the thing. Yeah, exactly. You all... I'm defenseless. How am I supposed to make a clear decision with like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with them. Fine. I decided then. I'll join the literature club. And they all grow 4 inches.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Would this be more okay? I can almost guarantee you it's not. Alright. Hey, you made it, Red. One hell of a first stream. That one of your buddy's missile, is he also interested in blowing up the unclean with ballistic missiles? So far, I've been pleased. Decent.
Yes, protagonist. Simp for cute literature girls. They all have legs like collapsible umbrellas.
We do never see them from the waist down in this shot.
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came by for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed, asshole. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Monica, I think your hair is, oh, God, stop it.
What's up, Dusk? Yeah.
The
That's
worst part
awesome.
is it's, like, drawn super well.
Yeah.
Like...
No, we're playing it.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over me once more. Pixel, oh, sorry.
Pixel, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Okay, we'll post to class. Start Monica mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. You know, girls continue to chit-chat here, not so you clean up their food.
Hey, Pixel! Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
Wrestling with me, though, is more computers while I'm more mechanical. Alright, man. Sarah and I walk home together anymore because you always stay after school for clubs. Fine. Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, that's cool you guys know each other. That's awesome.
Welcome, friend. Welcome.
Welcome
To this. That the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and who could forget Dear Rat Boy? Will I really be happy spending all day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to go closer to one of them at least. Alright, I see you make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, so this is the actual gameplay part. Each word has a certain point value to each one. And they like each thing. Basically, they have words that they like more than the others, and it's a total point value, and that determines who we're going to try to pick.
Oh. What about the purple?
We don't write a whole poem. We basically just pump in words.
The purple one.
I don't know them all dead offhand. I just know that's how it works.
So you've watched this tech rule video too, huh?
Perhaps. Listen, YouTube finally recommends me good shit. I'm gonna watch it. Recalibrates the fire control systems in your salt mech. This gives me more flashbacks of trying so fucking hard to find words that Sayori liked. Yeah.
Do you need to look it up on my phone?
Oh, it doesn't really matter. We can just go and see what happens.
Okay. So a poem.
Yeah. And we have to pick 20 words, so we should have known I would do this, by the way. I'm a creature of chaos. It takes many forms. I can't wait to do something like that. Alright, what do you think?
Judgment?
So whoever jumps like that, they got the most points. Anyway, I found an add-on for Gmod that lets me summon the glorious power of the War Max Artillery Division upon my enemies. Decent.
Nice.
Characters associated words you pick will also get a scene with you later. Yeah.
Nice. Essence?
Essence!
Essence!
Oh, gonna clap some cheeks!
Alright. Imagination?
Death.
Just click it, I'm curious.
Explode.
It's her. Death. Oh,
Depression. Oh, I almost did too. Explode.
Nightgown?
I like Dust. I like Dust suggestion.
Oh, lust.
I don't know what kind of fucked up poem we're writing.
Anxiety. Climax.
Milk. What I learned is that Sayori likes simple words for describing emotions. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what Sarah likes. I don't know. She just likes hanging around.
Portrait? Or music?
Oh, music, okay. If Dusk is the Dark Priest shaft, does this mean either Richter or Alucard? Yeah, sure.
When does the squirting happen?
Oh, I'm already halfway there, but,
Effulgent? Seems like a big word she'd like.
Agonizing entropy. Words like happy, sad, smile are things she likes, I think. Alright, well, we can try. Lazy. There you go.
Well, that's for the other girl.
I'm Death, but I could be Shaft.
Starscape.
Well, it's not just this one. We have to do like 5 of these.
I know. Scars?
Leave some more dick jokes anyways, exactly.
Suicide.
Should probably keep an eye on that one.
Intellectual.
Boop! Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Incapable? Is she an evil?
Is she an evil? Pain. Okay.
Alright.
Wait, what the fuck does Doki Doki actually mean? I think, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's like a Japanese onomatopoeia word for a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like how they think frogs say kero,
yeah.
which isn't right at all, but I think yeah, okay, Dusk is saying the same. Yeah, it's like a heartbeat sound somehow.
Tears.
Oh, I hit Vivid. Peace. All right. I think we had a fairly even spread. So, I should point out, according to the video that me and Dusk apparently both watched, it's not like it's 1 point that goes to just one. It's basically the other two get a slightly lesser amount of points as well. It's just they show you who got the most.
Oh.
It's your turn to lead.
Hi again, Pixel. Glad to see you didn't run away from us.
Nah, don't worry. Those might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Especially if you keep giving me cupcakes. Well, back here. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Pixel. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst in a literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack.
Yes, we must optimize the dating sim mechanics. Or how punches make aura sounds. I read somewhere that the whole aura thing is basically the Japanese equivalent of saying take that over and over.
Yeah.
It's meant to be an onomatopoeia sound once heartbeat. I guess it makes more sense in Japan. I guess it would just be like how you'd write it out, right?
Kind of divine, though. I'm late to the response. Red is the computer technician in my mechanical systems. He programs the targeting systems. I test them.
Oh, cool. So you're Iron Man and Jarvis.
I thought Ora was a generic battle cry. Just making a joke.
Oh,
nice
okay.
whistle. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any of the clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Mitsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
And so you find yourself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
It's called hentai, and it's art. Swiftly defeated Natsuki plops back in her seat. Though more or less it's similar to those noises you hear Johnny Young, Bach making Power Rangers. Or Broly. Okay.
Don't worry, guys. Pixel always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun.
Yeah, so you couldn't just saying thump thump, but thump thump literature club makes it sound like a porn game.
Yeah.
Who is blowing up your phone?
I don't know. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sarah, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. From the other house. And you almost set your house on fire once.
That is so.
It's called hentai and it's heresy. It must be destroyed. Yeah, Little Women doesn't have nearly as many classic rock references as Stone Ocean.
Called hentai, it's heresy. Must be destroyed. Or heresy. Hump Hump Literature Club. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Pixel can become good friends too.
Sayori. Something tells me you might be something of a 40k fan. I heard 40k is good, but I also heard it's like $1 million to even like attempt to get into all this shit. As usual, Sarah seems to believe it's the worst situation he's put me into.
Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori.
Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
Speaking of heresy, I think we all know what time it is. Honestly, Dusk, I was waiting how long I was gonna.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for it. I didn't want to say anything, but I've been waiting.
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not.
Like this series I haven't played yet. I'm a sucker for bulky armor, high power weapons, super marines. Dusk, no!
What do I do? Sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I think it's really cool that Yuri gets up every morning and vacuum seals her clothes to her body.
No, yeah, sizable portion of fans just follow the lore without buying a single model.
You know, I never really thought of it like that. Well, like, yeah, it is. Wow, she is just right in there, huh? Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. A nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
You reach in his bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy.
It's called, like, Reading for Dummies.
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read.
Must be difficult to pull off when you have uncomfortably small hands like that.
You can't stop what's begun.
Sayori 513, Natsuki 553. I can tell you already, Monica probably has the most.
Discuss it if you want it.
Oh, we're discussing something. This is a girl. There's a girl accidentally being so cute. She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I lied. Monica 832, Yuri 1332. Incorrect. Huh.
I mean, it's almost like Yuri's the hot one.
All right, I guess we're already doing this.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Everyone settled in. I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sarah and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is buried in the book. I can help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I'll definitely read this at the same energy. I'll have to check that show out. Oof. It cares talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent me. More than that, she seems to be in the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in said book. Sorry. Man, I wonder if there's been foreshadowing for Yuri's character. Not sure. I was just spacing out.
She is fucking adorable.
Sorry. I muttered this, sensing it made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. I was focused, and then I would have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this.
So you follow the same routine as me. Put on the suit, calibrate your visors, and initiate internal pressure sensors to keep a constant internal pressure. Imagine mechanical clanking mixed with high pressure steam venting. It's usually quite loud. Discord. All right.
I love it.
That's you.
I already read it.
Oh. That's the book you gave me, right?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious.
How come you have two copies of the same book?
When I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
Ah, I see. Do it again. I love Minecraft Kirby.
That's great.
Something fairly obvious that Yuri's been telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
Glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about, anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. It's about the Illuminati.
I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. All while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust.
It sounded a lot like Maximum Ride. Oh yeah, and to put everything in perspective, Doki Literature Club as a whole, 2152. That's less than I expected.
Yuri, loudly over the loud mechanical whirring of the industrial vacuum. Being a teenage girl, sure difficult.
I bet boys don't have to deal with this bullshit.
Oof. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it's gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. I just remembered I found a mission in game that makes me very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Go tell me this mission, friend. Perhaps I can help. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
You're not a fan of that sort of thing, Pixel?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories. Don't worry about that.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into these things. She's so silent, clueless on the outside, but mine seems to be completely different. Hey, Blaze, how are you?
It's just that those kinds of stories...
Who would want a nice story with a dark twist like that? Those people are fucked.
They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective.
Doing good, glad to hear it.
When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants them to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you were related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
You don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It is a literature club after all.
Nah, that's true.
In fact, might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
No, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you're looking forward to it. So let me get the book. Could retrieve the book I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip in the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
I'd just like to remind the audience that this character shares a name with another purple-haired character, only this other one is from Fire Emblem and is a dude.
Yeah.
Just had that thought suddenly pop in my head. You sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. That's not what I don't... What? It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I'm distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means by reading in company. It's if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but it's somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead.
So sorry. I was just...
You apologize a lot, don't you?
I really like Yuri.
Yeah.
I do. I don't really mean to.
I'm not reading that, Michael.
Sorry. I mean...
Yeah, this should work, right? So on my desk notes, I'll be curious, hold my book more between the two of them. Oh dear God, missile.
Holy shit.
The bombing of that thing in Ace Combat Zero, you're sent to bomb some enemy ammo factories, except they're not factories, and it's firebombs. You can hear it all, the screams, the sirens, the regret of your wingman barely audible over the radio chatter, and the screams of burning civilians, and hysterical shouting the bomber pilots telling you to kill everyone. It's never about factory, never about ammo, it's just to kill.
Jesus Christ.
I heard Ace Combat's good, or Ace Pilot, or whatever the fuck it is.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. I didn't think this through.
Here.
Yuri takes the left arm, holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. Oh! I do the same with my right arm on the other side of the book. That way, I turn a page, Yuri slides in her thumb after flips to her side, but holding it like this, we're holding even closer than before. It's distracting me! I'm gonna nut! I feel the weight of Yuri's face in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Sounds like a book I read. Ace Combat is really fucked at times. That's why I want it. It makes me question my morals.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. You to turn the page.
Oh, I gotta read.
Oh, sorry.
To turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Against over your face again, our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. Continue reading. You're no longer asking me to turn the page. Instead, as soon as she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition and continue to read the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently sliding, then go the page, letting it flutter over her side. She catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so?
Yeah, she's the fucking psychopath.
How does she?
I think she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she'll second guess all the things she says and does. She's like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. I can't imagine why this character is more important than two characters combined.
Yeah.
I think it's two reasons. It's not like I can see in your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
You remain silent for a moment.
But Pixel, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing you think that.
Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way. Sorry, I didn't know if you're self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more, it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Yeah, nice save, me. And then Monica just slides into
Okay,
frame.
everyone. I think it's about time to share today's poems with each other. We might not get enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine.
Yuri says, "Your hand in the book," causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. Oh, Missile's got a thing.
Whee!
Kind of looks like Star Fox.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh yeah, they did.
Destroyed.
I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off the book and slip back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yes. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
The enthusiastic about their poems, Sari is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Can I see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit? Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. So, I don't think order matters, technically. We have to show it to everybody, I believe.
Yeah.
Should we just start with Yuri?
Yeah.
Yuri seems most experienced. I should start with her. I trust her opinion to be fair. This sucks. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Yeah, what was that?
Hmm?
Now I was going to say I fucking hate poetry. No, dude, I
love poetry.
I loved English class, like I said, but every time we had to write poems, fuck that.
I really liked writing poetry because it was always easy. It was an easy A.
It's not difficult, but it's just annoying because you have to find some deeper meaning bullshit, and it's fucking like, it's like if I wanted to write something with a deep meaning, I'd write a few chapters of an actual story instead of a page of things that rhyme. Like, this is why I love Ace Combat. Discomfort caused by such missions makes me think, and I love it. Yeah, no, I appreciate a game that makes me think I'm a bad person.
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers his mouth, but that ends up covering her whole face. No, but no, I didn't like doing the poetry projects either.
He's gonna hate me.
Fun fact, actually, I know I keep pausing it, but there's a kind of game
I know.
it
You
is.
keep like talking, and I'm like, ah!
I need to interact with our fucking audience.
I know.
In high school, senior English, we had to do a thing. It was a project we had to memorize a poem, recite it to the class, and then give like a thing of what we think it's about and blah blah blah. The one, and like she gave us like a pre-written list. We couldn't just pick one off the internet or anything. I picked mine. It was called The Claude and the Pebble, and I picked it purely because it made me think of Steven Universe and therefore would make it easier to memorize.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Did you have to do that project? Because you were in like AP English, weren't you?
Yes.
Did you have to do that?
Yes,
Do
I
you
had to
remember?
memorize like 3 pages of a poem.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Mine was straight up like 9 lines. I don't want to go through mental gymnastics to understand what person's trying to say. Yeah, exactly. You see, I don't mind doing the mental gymnastics part, I should say, but it's like, I don't know. With a book, I feel like it's easier. Fuck deeper meaning bullshit. Found the author meant when they said, fuck that, I don't care. Fuck what the author was thinking. I don't want to read this. Why should I want to find a deeper meaning? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? So, what kind of writing experience do you have?
Pages and pages of fucking porno. You want to read it?
Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly and looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And have been through that myself. I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in a new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
When Sherry finds train of thoughts, every demeanor totally changes. Her stammering's completely gone. She sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is possibly the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things.
What writing experience do you have? Well, there was one time I used to write letters to describe my experiences to my friend who had moved, then he stopped writing back. I haven't talked to him in years. Bastard, that sucks.
So sad, Missile. I'm so sorry.
Jesus.
Natsuki can be a bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
That's cool. I'm not sure if you're as biased as yourself, me, Natsuki, God. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it.
Your smile dreamily is a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, it's supposed to be a literature club. No, fuck, it's cursive. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Yeah, by the way, I can barely read cursive because I was not taught it in school.
Same.
We did it for like a week in 3rd grade and gone. Don't bad for me, we were more or less polar opposites. We stopped talking for the better, I feel. Took different paths in life, I guess. It'd be like that sometimes, so it still sucks that it has to happen.
Yeah, like, he should have at least talked to you instead of ghosting you like that. That's kind of shitty. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. Usually I like writing longer poems.
Not at all. Please, keep it fucking concise.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write a little something more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Jerry?
Uh-huh. The story isn't about a ghost at all, Pixel.
Really? Must have totally missed the point.
Well, you're supposed to glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically paired compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. Fuck. Never even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really.
It's not as bad as being shit typed on one's back and then accusing some person of playing someone that someone is your best friend.
I feel that on a spiritual level, Red. That happened to me, and it still hurts even though it was years ago. Yours was impressive too. So...
I hate everybody. Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Pixel.
Me too. Who's next?
Holy shit.
Do you want me to take over as one of these?
No. Do Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
It's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't invoke any emotion.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
A little bit.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Do you want to read this one? Yeah, you read this one.
Eagles could fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it! Yeah. Told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am.
Why are you so convinced that I
That's
wouldn't
me.
like it? Oh.
Why are you using my voice?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
Isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly.
Anyways, meme courtesy of Missile. Oh, fuck yeah. How to protect your computer when getting shot by an MB. Oh, boy. I'll have to watch the rest of that later, but watching
Great.
Watching that desk get blown apart fills me with serotonin.
I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like what you're gonna do to me later. I mean in this poem. Seeing everything around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand, I think.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went to it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. Fucking loser. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Sayori. This is a good poem, Pixel. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course it is. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who should be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm just really happy you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Yeah, of course. Not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Pixel. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny she's part of the reason I joined, I guess. Knowing what she means to her and all.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun up here, okay?
I like how this dude straight up was like, she doesn't seem to realize I'm only here to eat cupcakes and potentially get laid, but,
yeah,
you know, whatever makes you happy.
That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that.
That's me.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay!
Meme 2, the sequel.
Meme 2, the sequel.
Oh no! Oh no, get out of the jar!
Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you go through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead, help me out of bed, make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. You're in high school, you won't and can't get laid. They can and will! Dusk is the most aggressive wingman. You are getting laid today. Sayori, this is just a guess, but Dear Sunshine, fuck off. Did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Man, you would say otherwise, Missile. Yeah.
Dear Sunshine, fuck off! I made eggs and toast.
even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. I can't eat food in the morning. Like, senior year of high school, I straight up just didn't eat breakfast. It made me feel fucking awful.
I have to eat breakfast or I feel like shit.
Yeah.
Alright, Monica's my normal voice.
Like, the moment you wake up, you're like, food time! And I'm like, God, you are making me sick.
Yeah.
Like...
I didn't make pancakes this morning.
I ate pizza for breakfast. Fucking mint.
Hi, Pixel. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you had any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
I wonder why I'm fat. I swear to God, if Dust sees me talking to some random girl and he yells, Missile, now's your chance to get some, I'll end him on the spot. Yeah, but if you and Dusk were even in the same state at the same time, I feel like that would also be a weird thing.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright,
I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, you want to share your poem with me?
Hilarious. You think it would be that tame? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Pixel. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That's sort of the barrier we'll all get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. Hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Pixel. I was going in my head while reading it.
Or they limit it to only a girl.
It's really metaphorical.
Never mind. That was the stupidest thing I've ever thought in my life.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep
That's me, damn it. Stop it.
No.
I am here for more than pressing the button. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. I guess it worked anyway. You know what? Yuri likes this kind of writing. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who's using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out just by feel or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point.
The universe will experience ethereal distortion the moment we meet. It'll be like a shockwave over the entire world, starting at the exact center between us when we realize the other person isn't lock eyes in a death stare. Also, be like the one time Mandy smiled and Billy and Mandy they turned with the Powerpuff Girls. Fucking mint.
Hello.
I bet in $7 says Missile is Bubbles.
I never really asked though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and try by learning new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always make sure to find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident someone's opinions, but not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. You want to read this one too, or?
You can read it.
Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction in the spackle protrudes. A nosy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina is already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in.
What the fuck?
Missile is Bubbles. Fuck you and Professor Utonium. Thank you very much.
Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo.
So, what you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between the words and the lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some sort of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that.
Hey, Shannon.
What? Oh. Yes!
No. Cease.
I'm loving it. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a specific... Hello. Sometimes when we're writing a poem or a story, your brain can get too fixated on a specific point. So if you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think of this. Even if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today.
I mean, that is legitimately pretty good writing advice. It's
Yeah.
like, fuck it, just fix it later if you need to.
Yeah.
You have to edit it anyway. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone's been judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're being nice and no way my poems can stand up to theirs. It's a literature club after all. Guess what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Then gingerly scan sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As we in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
Guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You don't have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say. Thanks, but you didn't come out nice at all. I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Pixel did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless I, of course, come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Pixel liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
In case you guys are wondering if I just play these kinds of games to let Shannon have fun yelling at herself, the answer is 100% yes.
You don't have to be mean to me, okay? I'm just trying to really give the characterization.
I'm just watching like the expression in your face change as you try to like shout in that voice like louder without blowing out the mic.
Listen, I'm trying to give them a really, really good experience.
Sudden jaw harp, what the fuck? We're in the South now!
That's not what you're just...
It's called being talented, yes, and you should try it. Ouch!
Oof. Maybe you're just jealous that Pixel appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what?
I like how she slides it back out of frame like, oh, nope, out of here.
I wasn't the one with those boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Pixel started showing up. Fucking slut.
Hey, Jan's only to beat Dunk on Country. He's got some talent.
Oh my god, Missile. I'm gonna ban you.
No! You can't ban the man for speaking the truth.
He didn't speak the truth.
I did it.
Shut up. Nasuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Pixel, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. As if she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't happen in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason, huh?
Convoluted.
Fuck you. I'm like trying to not trip over my words, okay?
I can read one of them.
The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Pixel. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep, expressive words in our language. The only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, you're also a waste.
I don't know, I think it's accurate for Natsuki's character to not know how to pronounce convoluted. You know what? Mayhaps that's fair. You know what? I concede that point. That's fair.
That's fair. You understand that, right, Pixel?
Well? How'd I get dragged in this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whenever I grew up, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's gonna be...
Yuri.
Help me say Yuri.
Yuri, 100%. Natsuki's being a little cunt.
Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait, it's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all! Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
Sham becomes a missile censoring dictator. The stream.
Fuck yeah.
Natsuki's kind of right. I mean, they both kind of have a point. They're kind of just being dicks to each other.
Yeah.
I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret. I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or fine someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and that becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry.
No, it's... But Natsuki took it way too far. Yuri means well if you just told her how you felt. This would happen in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. That was her that...
Well, time for a coup at midnight. I had to make a deputy residence with that one.
Natsuki, that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Natsuki clenches her fists. She prepares to say the N-word. In the end, nobody's taking her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to...
You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she comes on the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that.
Across the room, Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair.
She would 100% say it.
Oh, 100%. Everything okay?
I'm so embarrassed. Can't believe I acted like that.
Shave your censor me, I'll unleash the true American fury I have built over the course of my 17-year life. I'm going to resurrect George Washington just so he can yell at you to uncensor me.
I would love to see that.
Imagine George Washington wearing a Make America Great Again hat. That's the most cursed thing
I would no longer live in America.
She prepares to send all over the Shadow Realm, readying her shade deck.
Probably hate me now.
No, Yuri. How can anyone not got frustrated being treated like that? You handle as well as anyone could. I would have slapped the shit out of her.
Well, alright. I believe you. Thanks, Pixel. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now.
Oh, it's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said.
You know, it's what she played, of course.
About, I would never do anything so shameful. So...
hold on. Oh yeah, no, fucking Yu-Gi-Oh's the best. Me and Dusk literally just fucking shout Yu-Gi-Oh references at each other and pretend that's content. Meanwhile, Shannon's like, what are you fucking dweebs talking about?
A little bit.
Yeah. What thing did Natsuki say?
Well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea.
I now instantly enjoy the both of you more. Decent.
Yay.
Alright.
Thanks, friend.
Good idea. Make it for more than one person, okay?
Yeah. Alright, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd you feel about sharing poems?
Correction, we shout Rada references at each other. I mean, true. Such as Bringleby. He has to defeat the
It was a
Squirtle.
lot of fun! Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Pixel, how about you?
Yeah, same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everybody.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too.
I'd to mention Red, Jameson, Dusky, Big, and Yu-Gi-Oh! I really only show up to the streams for the shit posting and to call Jameson an idiot. That's
Oof.
fair. Oh, it's froggily
And
amazing.
to ban any sort of horny ever.
Yeah, froggily amazing. I messed it up!
So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself. I did learn a little more about what kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, it means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Pixel!
Oh, what?
Ready to walk home?
Yeah, sure. Sayori beams at me. Pew! She vaporizes my ribs. Truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I don't even get a pity laugh. Come on.
No.
After the time has come to talk about the Jews. Not just any Jews. These are the worst Jews of all.
Hello?
Kaijus.
Jameson, I'm gonna punch you in your kidney.
That's a line from the thing!
I don't care.
Can't say I'm enjoying it either. I'm not enjoying it. Fuck me. I don't know what's happening. Sayori. About what happened earlier.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, with Yuri and Natsuki. That kind of thing happened often.
No, no, no. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. You can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Pixel, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club.
Did you watch New Pathetic Aesthetic? Yes.
But I think seeing you get along with everyone, so it makes me the happiest.
He fell in a mech lord and now he just looks like that. Sorry.
And I think everyone really likes you too. Well, if Missile bans horny and calls the pair of people to bring in big Yu-Gi-Oh! Idiots, you now have to endure me more. Excellent.
Excellent. That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun!
Because like Sarah still doesn't call that kind of situation, man. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? I'll have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sarah in the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Good fucking luck, Horny's the mod here, not him.
Oof.
The Horny.
That's a
isn't
fat
power.
fucking oof.
Yeah, let's do this. Alright, palm time, bitches!
Jesus Christ, I'm like not scared at all yet.
No, well, because it's supposed to sort of fake you out loud.
Question.
Yeah, baby.
Where the fuck is the other one?
Who?
Monica?
What do you mean?
She's not on there.
Yeah, she doesn't have a point. She doesn't have points.
Why?
We can't date her.
Huh.
She's our helper.
I guess so.
These idiots in the literature club are like cats. They're good friends until they get a new toy, then they fight like warmongering kings.
That's true. Okay, so melancholy seems like her
Big sad words is what I'm getting.
childhood.
Nope.
Oh, Judgment was her
Massacre.
massacre, sure.
Monica lesbian confirmed.
Graveyard. So she's literally me.
Think of her as a wingman or wing woman, which just does not roll off the tongue. That's fair. Horror.
Agonite. Oh, yep. Horror. After image. Despise.
Wing lady? Yeah, there you go. Wing lady sounds better.
Despise.
Where the fuck? Oh.
Contamination. Effulgent.
What the fuck does that even mean? If Natsuki's playing with Dolces, are we in agreement that Yuri's playing Lair of Darkness?
Yes. Unstable.
So there's gotta be a better
Fester.
one. Fester.
Pain. Bottom.
Oh. Whoops.
Wait, she was pain?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And trophy.
Okay.
My pun senses are going fucking ballistic.
Unrestrained.
Okay.
Starscape.
Are we just going for the biggest words?
No. Disoriented.
No, you replace spirit board, let's be honest. Oh, fuck.
The only wingman I want is my 5 o'clock on their F-22, following my F-22 so they can incinerate enemy bastards together and professional love the craft sense. Depression. What?
Oh.
That one. Okay.
Good! You know, I feel like Yuri would play gimmick puppets or Shadalls. Shadalls could work, too. As someone who plays gimmick puppets, I wouldn't want to subject
Unrequited.
As someone who plays gimmick puppets, I would not want to suffer. I would not want to subject anyone to playing gimmick puppets.
Broken. Oh.
Okay.
I'm trying to just pick words that resonate with me.
God, all of those fit. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here in the past few days. If any of y'all are wondering why we don't actually play a lot of dating games, this is why. It's a lot of reading.
Well, I don't mind. It's just like all female characters.
Well, I can read one. I can do a girl voice. Yeah, bitch.
No, I've already given them their voices. I can't go back.
Gimmick puppets get less support than Ojamas, and I live for it. Yeah, because Ojamas are fucking way better. The virgin gimmick puppets versus the chat Ojamas. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Pixel!
Yo. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. I'm gonna keep nodding my head pretending I know what you're talking about with all your deck names.
Same, I'm with you, Mitchell.
Mitchell!
Missile!
A lone Mitchell tank! He's just a container of Mitchell.
Listen.
Mitchell. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. Faceless illusionist magician is big thing. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How'd you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So you're either not hungry and want us to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget you'd spent all your money, so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so there only leaves one option. Get 5 missile hydraulic ram compressing noise as Sayori gets 5 inches shorter.
Hey, give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, it means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't know she was listening in. Her face in her book as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Pixel to let me borrow some money! Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution.
I don't know if she knows that many big words, Yuri.
Did I just?
Also Mitchell, huh? Like the constellated B-25 Mitchell medium bomber? Yeah, exactly.
Sure, that's exactly what I meant. Let's just go with that. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think like that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
Ooh woo.
No, I'm gonna ooh woo later, trust me.
Ooh woo.
Don't let her fool you.
Don't let her fool you. Sarah knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if there weren't for the cupcakes.
Honestly, I assume Shane fucked up at first. I'm looking at Photoshop.
So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me a little more credit
give
than
me more credit than that, sir. What do you, by the way, what do you Photoshop in Dusk? Is it something cursed?
Yeah!
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sarah's face and tumbles on the desk.
Ow! What was a cookie!
Viva la revolution, long live the anti-horny regime. I'd do anything else? I figured I'd double check. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sarah glances around.
It's a miracle! Because it's my restitution.
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That was so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Jeez, just eat it. Oh, he rapidly tears the open wrapper, takes a big bite.
Oh, so good.
Sarah suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
Ah, I bit my tongue. You're gonna eat a lot over just one cookie.
Sarah takes a bite of her own cookie.
Ah, yours looks good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. Yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. I'm still really happy you shared this one with me, though.
Sarah gets out of her scene, goes by and Sugi wraps her arms around her.
Nah, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sarah off of her. Sarah suddenly leans in and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Can you seriously just do that? Oh.
Mouthful, Sarah trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Huh?
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't there.
Where is Monica anyway?
I have a meme, but I have to make sure. Where are you in My Hero Academia currently? We have not watched it in a fucking while because Shannon's been working, and so she comes home, streams, and goes to bed. So I think the last thing we saw that I remember,
he finished his
intern thing.
His intern, and that was it. That was the last episode.
No, we watched like one or two after that. I think.
They captured the hero killer.
Yeah. Like the hero killer thing was like going viral on the internet.
Yeah. Good question. Have you heard anything about her being late today? Not me.
Me either.
That's a bit unusual. Hope she's okay.
Okay, so it's safe to send you this. Awesome. If Yoshiko Akira made an erotic visual. Oh, Lord.
Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she's has a... Wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
According to the numbers, Yuri, that's just strictly not true.
Excuse me.
Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry. I'm super sorry. There you are.
Oh, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me.
Never mind that.
Also, the Mii swords are, well, to quote Vinny, baby oh baby, prepare for disappointment. Oh, I do love being a Mii sword fighter, playing on the 13th of October 2020. Can't wait to read the patch notes.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Did something... I haven't seen any patch notes. Did something bad happen to Sword Fighter?
Probably.
Holy fuck, there's Star Wars transitioned out of there. Never mind, though. It held you up anyway.
My last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
They just never get buffed. Oh, okay. I was like, did they fucking, like, just run Sword Fighter in the ground for no fucking reason?
I don't really. I just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looked at me.
Maybe once I get a bit better, I will. Yay!
That sounds cool. Also, I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Pixel.
I didn't mean to pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry.
Again, why play piano? We can play harpsichord.
Fuck yeah.
The school probably can't afford one.
I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. Oh, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. Choose to leave out Sarah's mischievous escapade.
If I remember, you've seen what I can do as sword fighter. It wouldn't necessarily be for no reason.
That's fair, I guess. Junetsuki end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone's already settled down. Sarah somehow already finished her entire cooking. Yuri's back to her book. Natsuki is in the closet. Hey, Yuri.
Yeah?
Yes, I noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we bring together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no. I was just kind of waiting for you.
Ah, that's the case. Why don't we go and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes way to the closet. I follow, watching you choose a small water pitcher from the shelf. The count on the filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Then save up, buy a harpsichord, and prove why dark Victorian harpsichord music is some of the best.
Yes! Preach, Missile.
Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. Oh.
I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down at the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. My surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking manners, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears as elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
Might as well go walk with you.
Yeah, why not? Shall we go then?
Yeah.
Where are you two off to?
No, I'm gonna go fuck in the janitor's closet.
Uh,
Just gonna make some tea, so something has a weird sounds to explain this a while ago. Just fill in the water thing.
Okay.
Yuri, appreciate the offer, but fuck your tea. Make me coffee, black, no cream or sugar. I want to suffer.
Yikes.
Fat oof. Anyway,
You're mean. Sorry, I was a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it?
It's...
Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell you that there's something wrong with helping involve Pixel in club activities?
Fuck you too then, bitch.
This...
My mouth gapes.
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Pixel.
Yuri quickly exits the room and I fucking follow. In the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that?
Yuri.
Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's not right for Monica to judge people like that.
Pixel, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
Because nothing that you do is as bad as just make you seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and sometimes we can't hide them away, but you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane.
No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions.
God,
What kind
it
of friend
sounds
would
like
do that?
me when I'm having a panic attack. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Dustin some.
Friend, you say?
I had that September, October, November, December, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10 months. Where the fuck? However, those should be stabbed. Well, I have excellent news for you.
Yes, Caesar.
Yeah, it was Sarah! Sorry.
Exactly.
Yuri lifts her head.
Pixel, I really like being friends with you.
Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. And I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help her feel better. Anyway!
Yeah, shall we go?
Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we filled the water pitcher, returned to the classroom.
Before the dark times when water fountains were open.
Before the dark times.
Pixel, do you like oolong tea?
Sure. What if drinking back coffee? Wait, when you're about coffee is in here, then how do you feel about me taking ice cold showers most of the time?
That's awful. Why? I always like to take showers at temperature boiling. Like, my skin has to be red.
If it's like hot, I'll take a cold shower.
Very well.
I've never had oolong tea.
It's really good. It's like black tea.
Huh. Can I get the teapot? You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do anything less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything.
In that case, you'll only be more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway.
Nah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Pixel. It's very endearing.
That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. What's your pour a cup of tea for both of us?
Pixel, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Aye.
It's a little easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you have back problems. Sure.
I feel that. No worries. I have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I wonder why that is.
It's most likely because of my
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading?
Yes! I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough.
I'll go ahead and get the book.
I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. The bag of small chocolate candies I kept hidden from Sarah's candy radar. I take it since they'll go well with the tea. Your and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Feel the pain, let the ice water cover you. Feel the rush, suffer in the name of progress. Get out and dry off and change the comfy pajamas so you can relax and enjoy some quality streams. Remember that the world is against you. As everyone on the stream goes berserk over tits, suffer.
Jesus Christ, Missile.
Repeat.
Do you need, like, a hug?
We're not against you, buddy. I'm on your side.
Yes, we are with you, Missile.
All right, Crush 40, calm down. Your slides over until her shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to fuck in the ring like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive is almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me a teacup. Holding my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position which is even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't actually touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri has noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression. I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. The rager goes away. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
You sure?
Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
You sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any hard of a time reading from it. As a result, her left arm is practically resting up on my leg. In that case, Yuri is totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as the situation was, a natural thing bros just do.
Yeah, don't hug me. Hug me and you die!
You're scared?
I was just about to say, don't hug me, you're scared.
I apprehensively place a chocolate in her mouth. Just half hanging out there. Like that, Yuri closed her lips to cover it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
So...
Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that.
That's... Well... You were just helping. It's something friends do, right? I mean,
not really in this kind of context, but... Yeah! That's all it was. Yeah.
Then... You don't need to stop or anything.
I see. Situation's gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by expression that she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I never take another chocolate between my fingers. This time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it ever come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rim of her breasts. I raise my arm. Just like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath in my fingers. Okay, enough of that.
Holy shit.
Not scared, just hate physical contact with my being. That's a
I'm
move.
sorry.
Yuri jolts back. It's time to share your poems, and we're gonna do that after we take a fucking intermission. It's
Holy
already been
shit.
almost 2 hours, and I haven't found a good place to stop yet.
Yes. Time to share poems.
Yes, Monica, we will do that in a few goddamn minutes. I need